Hello and Angeles, welcome everybody to my Expanse Season 1 review. Here's the thing everybody, I'm watching the Expanse right now on the TV show and I gotta say this. This is what sci-fi needs to be. I mean, I haven't felt this good about sci-fi show since Dark Matter, which lasted way too short. And the last ones I loved was Stargate Universe and all that stuff. The new Star Trek now these days are just shit. But The Expanse, what's this universe about? You got Earth and Mars against each other. Yes, I know, there's so many similar stuff about Earth versus Mars. You got three different groups. Earth, Mars, the Belters. The Belters are basically the poor people who are making all the product for all the people on Mars and on Earth. Mars is the people who are trying to build a colony up in there. They have some beef with the Earthers. Earthers always have this blue sky. Mars is trying to get for an atmosphere. This show is simply fantastic for its world building and all that stuff. The first season deals with this. A group of individuals, they find a distress beacon, and this distress beacon leads them into an all-out conflict that's going to lead them basically to war between Mars, Earth, and the Belters and all that stuff. And all during this time, the distress signal goes bad. It's a trap. Their ship is destroyed, and only 4 survivors are left. We got Holden, Naomi, Amos, and Alex. They're each their own different characters and all that stuff. They're trying to figure out why this shit happened, who sent the distress call, what is this shit, what's happening. Trying to solve the mystery about who did this, who made this false thing, who's trying to start a war. Is it Mars, Earth? Is it some other corporation? Is it the Belters who have their own organization called the OPA, which is trying to basically rise up and to take on Earth and Mars and to have their own home? So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff right there. The crew of the they eventually get their own ship, and it's called the Rasante, or I know I'm blinking. I know I'm messing up on the name, but basically, they're a group of individuals that are trying to discover the mystery of why this shit has happened. During this time, on one of the Belter planes, on one of the Belter's, I'm not sure, rings or stations, you got a Detective Miller, played by Thomas Jane, who is trying to who's having basically looking for this one woman named Judy Mao, and she's a missing person and all this stuff, but she's connected to everything about this. So his entire plotline connects with the people, Rosasante. I know I'm messing up on that name, but the one group of individuals is going to meet with Thomas Jane's character, the detective, who's trying to figure out all about this world. And then we also have the third, basically, side story of basically there's this woman named Christian. I know I'm fucking up her name as well, but she's an interesting character as well. She represents Earth. She's basically like third in line to becoming the president of basically the entire Earth and all that stuff. She's like the Magnum Secretary in some cases, and basically she's in charge. She's trying to figure out who is trying to manipulate Earth and Mars into war. She's trying to figure out this puzzle. She's manipulating people along the side. So we have this like great little political stuff as well. So this entire show is just interesting. It's awesome. I love the characters. I think they're all great. I think that this is a great sci-fi show. There's a lot of stuff to love about The Expanse Season 1. I do have some problems, though. I do not like the fact that, when you supposedly kill a character, you get a lot of... This season has a lot of moments where are not needed. Like, they focus on certain characters that should have never been around, and they are basically could be gone in the first episode and all. So they devote a lot of time to certain side characters that eventually lead to nowhere and never return again for the future of this season and all this stuff. And also, what I do not like about this season as well is the fact is they had one other character for Holden and his group named Naomi, Alex, Amos, and all that stuff. There was another one, a medic. And I'm sorry for spoiling this, but this is the thing. Don't get attached to this character because he's in the 3rd episode. He's almost fake dies in the 3rd, and then they officially kill him off in the 4th. I don't like that type of shit. But overall, I'm not going to spoil too much about that other than that character died. And he's not really an important character, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter about what's happening with this entire situation with Holden and his group, about what's the whole mystery with Judy Mao, who's trying to start a war with Earth and Mars. Is it some Earthlings? Is it some Mars people? Is it some of the Belters? And there's some great action. This show is simply phenomenal. Out of a 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's an A- season to me. I have a couple of issues with this entire show, but overall, this show was phenomenal. So, The Expanse Season 1 was phenomenal. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like. Disregard the bomb. Link down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. What's your personal opinion about everybody about the Expanse season 1? You think was a great first season? You think it could have been better? You think it was not that great? You thought it was a B? Let me know what y'all think, everyone. I'm Angel Lee, saying right for everybody. Bye.